As spiritual entrepreneurs, as spiritual beings, we are humans at the end of the day, right? We are souls living in a human body, which means that we have our egos every step of the way. And there is such a big misconception. Anyway, this video is a reading for you. I've picked out 3 specific cards, and this message is really, really strong. It's going to bring you back to your roots. So right now, there are a lot of light workers, a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs, a lot of beings who are finding themselves in this bit of a lostness. There's huge transformation happening, right? There's huge changes. And usually with light workers, if you're a spiritual being, if you're a healer, a tarot reader, you tend to tap into sometimes the energy of the future, right? So the rest of the people, the rest of the world around you won't be tapping into the same energetic frequencies that you are able to tap into. That in itself is the gift, okay? And I do this all the time where I'm stepping into future. And this happened on my TikTok video. I recorded a shapeshifter explanation of a video a year ago. That video popped off this year because all of a sudden it was the very trending thing that was being spoken about. I had no idea at the time on which I filmed it, it was on 10 views or something ridiculously low. And I was just somebody asked the question of what is a shapeshifter, and I responded to it because I'd spoken about shapeshifters in the past, and I said I'm a mindset shapeshifter. So if you're going through a rocky stage in your business, if you're going through a rocky stage in your life, if you feel like some stuff that used to be you and that used to work really well for you, even in the spiritual identity, and that's not working anymore, and you're feeling a bit stuck, this reading is what I want to channel for you, okay? Because I love channeling. I've been connecting a bit deeper into my spiritual soul and really diving deeper into the source, right? Because we are light beings. And I'm going to read from the book because the deck that I've chosen today is the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. It's a beautiful, beautiful, I don't know if the writing comes on backwards actually when you see this. Sorry if it does, but it basically says Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Okay. And it's such a beautiful deck. So I'm going to read the messages from the book as well. So the first card that I pulled was actually the front cover card, which is the Light Priestess. Galactic Wisdom, Cosmic Ritual. Now, I get really strong, straight to the point messages as soon as they come through. But first, I thought, I just want to show you the cards, and then we're going to unpack the reading fully, okay? So, if you have forgotten your light, if you've been, sometimes we get lazy, don't we, with our spiritual practices. So sometimes, again, we forget that actually we are the source, and we succumb to the 3D reality. We get caught up in money's not showing up, sales aren't showing up, clients aren't this, business isn't working, And it's we've forgotten our true source of identity, which is the soul being, which is light energy, which is co-creator energy, right? Whatever you want to call it, God, source, universe, does not matter. What matters is that you remember who you are, because in doing so, you let go of everything that you are so deeply attached to that's causing you stress, chaos, drama, trauma, all the things. The moment you are able to surrender and let go and know that your soul is still untouched, no matter the trauma that's all surrounding the ego, we can let it go the moment that we remember. So with the High Priestess, I'm getting that is part of this Galactic Wisdom Cosmic Ritual, coming up with some sort of ritual where you can pour into your light self, pour into your soul. If you've forgotten the rituals, till this day in my business, I will spend time meditating, visualizing, connecting to the soul. And it's not meditating from the intention with the outcome in mind, right? So as business owners, and when we go from spiritual to business, it's very easy to get caught up in the ego mind that will visualize to get a certain goal in our life, right? But that can sometimes do the opposite, and it'll cause you to be more attached to the thing you're trying to call in instead of detached from the outcome. So when we say you have to desire things, yes, 100%, because that's how we call things into our realms and into our world, but then we also have to be detached from the outcome. The way in which you do this is by deeply focusing in on, you open your third eye, you open the chakras, you bring that thing into your space where you feel like you already have it, right? So that experience, that emotion has to come through. And then you reconnect to the source, knowing with certainty that it is done. And until you are able to get yourself to that point, that is the work, right? To connect to the source so deeply that you have that faith built up so strong, nothing actually matters. You actually detach from wanting that thing. That's how this thing works. It's kind of like you're good with the thing and without it, because you've experienced it so many times internally yourself. And because you're connecting back to the source, which is you, which is your soul, which is light, God, source, energy, right? And that's such a higher power that when you truly connect to that, everything in the 3D starts to shift automatically because you are the one commanding it to you. You are the one commanding it. Instead of being like, oh, I hope this will happen for me. I hope. Hope is the energy of you don't trust fully in the divine. You don't trust the divinity within you, which is why you seek it externally, right? I hope this is making sense, you guys. I'm going deep already. I told you I'd show you the cards and then I started channeling. So I guess the universe just wanted to put that one through me. The second message that came through actually was this one, and then it was that one. So it was the green man with rising, energy surge, and fertility. And when I first initially saw this card, I just saw money all around him instead of the green. Now, it is leaves, it is part of the tree, and money does grow on trees. So for some of you, this is that part where you need the practical, right? The green man is that fertility. It's like we plant, we grow, we help nurture the fertile soil with all the things that we want to grow, right? But it's that plant's job to grow in its own time. It's not our job to do that. So we need rituals. Some of you might be out of balance right now is the message that's coming through. And if you're specifically trying to manifest money, and you're so heavily focused on the 3D of money, how do I manifest money with my intuition? How do I do this with money, 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 money? We need to be coming back to this first. So these two cards are very easy for me to decipher in terms of the way that I'm seeing this. This is the 5th dimension, the 5D reality. This is your imagination. This is your mind. This is your soul. Okay. And this is the 3D. This is your material world, everything in the material plane. This soul is the spiritual and the mental combined. Okay, because the mental plane, the imagination that is in the mind, right? The mind doesn't exist. If you take out your brain, I say this a lot, but when you take out your brain on a surgeon's table, the surgeon will never be able to find the mind. It's not located in the brain. So the mind itself, I channel this through as it's the seat of the soul. The soul actually sits in the imagination, consciousness, right? Which is why we can command things to us and it appears in our reality almost instantly when we work with this energy instead of working in the 3D. Everything in the 3D is slower. Time actually exists here. Time exists in the 3D. Time does not exist in the 5th dimension. This is going really, 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 I don't even have the word, eclectic. Today in this video, it's less, I'm very much a practical channeler, but today it wants to go very spiritual and very deep. So we're going with it. We're rolling. I'm the messenger, right? And it's funny, the last card actually says messengers on it. So I think this is already the work that's coming through me. So we need both. But what we are doing, what you guys have been doing, is creating and trying to create from the 3D energy of I'm going to do. This is the ego. You are creating from this energy first and then going to imagine it and to feel it. What you're being asked to do is to switch this around. You are wanting to create from this 5th dimensional in your imagination first. You create in there. You spend the time in this realm first. You imagine the ideas. You feel what it would feel like to have it. You actually embody all of that first energetically, emotionally, mentally. You play in this playground. You feel that lightness, that joy, that ease. It gets to be easy. Then you come and bring it into the 3D reality. This is where you have quantum manifestations, right? Where stuff happens overnight. Oh my God, I got 2 clients literally overnight. How did that happen? Because I was playing up here first. When you constantly try and do in this 3D first, that's when your results start to slow down. You can feel a bit lost. You're like, oh, it's not working, Janie. Yeah, because you keep buying courses, you keep watching all the stuff in the 3D stuff. And sometimes some of you are actually watching tarot readings and thinking that it's the 5th dimension, when in reality, all you're doing is consuming and not creating in the physical. Money is simply a value storehouse, right? It's literally the storehouse of value. It's the middleman that exchanges value. So if you're not creating value and you're just consuming, why would money show up for you? So again, what you are doing here, if you do this correctly in the 5th dimension, will automatically give you the tools, the ideas, the action, intuitive action that you then take in the 3D, right? You have to do both. The key is, are you listening to what's coming through to you once you've done the work in the 5th dimension? Because a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs, they get stuck here. They do the breath work, they do visualization, they do meditations, and then they don't fucking create. or they're not creating from this space. Or they're doing the opposite, where they're trying to create. They're doing so much masculine hustle. They're hiring the business mentors. They're doing all the courses. They're applying their logic. Logic gets you killed in spiritual business, intuitive business, right? This is the missing piece, and this is the missing piece. You have to do it in the right order. Fifth dimensional work first. Trust in your source energy. You are the source. I need to shout this from the rooftops, it feels like. You are the source of your reality. You are the creator of your reality. Have you forgotten? And if you have forgotten, that's where you'll find yourself in the 3D, trying to chase money, trying to attract more money, and obsessing over this and the clients and the work and the success and the visibility. Or you'll be doing the opposite, where you're so fearful you don't take action. You're fearful because you haven't built that faith and trust deep enough yet. This is the thing that you need to unlock. This is literally what I'm teaching in Mindfully Rich, right? Which the link is in the description box below, you guys. But in there, all of these audios are dropped in there to reconnect you to the fifth dimension, to guide you how to access your intuition, to connect you, and then the practical steps on how to bridge that gap. It's what I do best, right? And moving on to the next part of this message is Skyfire, with messages, channels, and information. So again, you guys are gifted. You're spiritual beings. If you're attracted into my life and my world, you're intuitive. You have these beautiful gifts that you're here to share. Your message is powerful. Your message is important, and you are allowing your ego mind to doubt that, to bring that power down. You are meant to share. Some of you needed to hear this. This is like confirmation for some of you. You are fire in the skies. Skies, I'm getting like astrology, you're human design expert, some of you, whatever your thing is, Reiki. The message doesn't just have to be like language. The message can be energetic. Healers, whatever your thing, whichever beautiful way that you do it is your unique way. Go for it. Bring it online. Don't allow your ego to kick that out the way. Oh, I've only got this many likes. Oh, I've only got this many views. That doesn't matter. I keep sharing my example so that you know that it's okay, and keep doing your thing. The how is not our problem. Our job is to simply show and keep pouring value out into the world. Your value is your gift, your message, your channeling abilities, right? You're here with soul information that the world needs right now more than ever. And if you are not balancing yourself, if you're not aligning yourself, you're going to struggle. Get off the struggle bus and connect to your divinity. You're a divine being. I always explain rich. I'm going to do another video on this. But rich is receiving, R-I-C-H. R is for receiving. I for intuitive. C, connection, communication. H, higher self. Receiving, intuitive, connection, communication from your higher self to your higher self. When you are able to do that every single day, you are a rich person. You're a rich human because you recognize your natural state of being, which is the soul, which is the connection to source, the connection to the higher power and your higher self. And when you come from that space, you become unstoppable because you trust in yourself, self being the soul, and you trust where it's leading you and guiding you more than you trust the outside world where you're seeking validation from, you're seeking progress, and you're looking at superficial numbers from. When in reality, your soul doesn't care about that stuff. Your soul cares about its mission, what it's here to share, and providing that value out. So I'm going to just tap into the book for these messages because they're beautiful. So with the Light Priestess, before you is a temple. So I don't know if you can see this, guys, in here. Let me just put it up here for a sec. Before you is a temple, a gateway to the realms of light, and it is broken. It is being restored, rebuilt with every moment that you give to your own restoration and well-being. As you do this, likewise, this temple will be restored by the Light Priestess, pardon me, she who weaves the rays and brings back to us the codes of our origins. All you need to do is focus on the light within and without you. Spend time within the light, the sunlight pouring through your own energetic gateways, the moonlight, healing, cleansing, resembling every cell. The light priestess will ensure you receive the light that will reignite the cosmic fires within you and restore all that seems broken and in despair. She builds the temple of spirit, and as you build yours, the temple she safeguards will be repieced until it once again is the gateway for people of this earth to understand their place in the cosmos. Observe the subtle light all about you, the play of light on water, the reflections of windows, the prisms and lanterns and rays that imbue our world with wonder and messages from the depths of the universe. Allow the planets to connect with you. Re-engage with your starry self, your cosmic being, your eternal essence that is the light from 1,000 stars. You are a temple, and you are restoring the gates between the worlds with every offering you make to your own well-being, to your own spirit. There's a little illumination message. Starborn 1. Your temple is not broken. It is being rewoven from the 1,000 lights of the faraway worlds you were once part of. Live this life, but in this moment, remember your origins and the divine path you will take home. This is getting me emotional as I'm channeling it, because I know when we forget our soul, we lose ourselves. This is why people get stuck. People come to me all the time. I'm stuck, Janie. I'm lost. I'm blocked. I'm blah, 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 blah in their ego. And I'm like, remember the fucking divineness in you. You are God. You are goddess. You are part God. The God lies within you. The universe lies within you. You are made up of the universe. Inside Intuitive Creator, my main program for spiritual entrepreneurs, I dive deep into my first pillar of the program, which is know yourself. Know yourself, including diving into astrology, human design, who you are as the soul essence, because your soul carries blueprints and connection to the divine. And when you have such solid strength and faith in the universe and the divine within you, oh my God, I'm telling you, none of these things matter. Nothing becomes a problem in your life. You are able to flow because you remember who you are. So important. I'm going to move to the next message, 11, Sky Fire. Messages, channels, and information. With this card comes a new guide. This could perhaps be a literal spiritual guide who will arise out of the ancient ones and come to you to speak and share every day of the sacred things, of the small, sweet, and serious moments within our lives, to offer you signs and a language of the soul, the symbols which you will grow in time to understand and develop and interpret, so you no longer feel alone, but know you have the ancient ones walking with you too. For within every energy of the land and of nature herself dwell the ones who once walked this earth in her glorious youth, and they come to the new humans to tell us what to do in these times of change. The information they will share is to be trusted and is never grandiose or foolish, nor will it feed into the desire to be special and separate. Their advice is nourishing and wholesome, simple and clear, profound, but without pomposity. It will arise soon, and the messages will begin to flow to you. They will speak to you through the natural world, through your interactions with the elements, and they will keep speaking with you until the messages are received. They wish you to know that the next generation of Earth Keepers are here, and that you have your part to play in this world. This part can lead to beauty and new abilities, and then putting them to use in the world by being of service to the great spirit that has always been there and will always be here. Listen, watch, wonder. For there now comes to you the messages of great spirit, written in the sky and heard within your mind. Illumination message. You are open now to great spirit's guidance. Receive the messages and take action as you walk the new earth. The new earth is here. This is such a powerful message. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm reading this, you guys. So this is super, super fucking powerful at this moment in time. I don't know why I felt called intuitively. I always listen to my intuition, what I'm speaking about. Today was one of these. I've been connecting to my divinity again within really, really deeply. And that remembrance of we set all these goals. None of it matters. What matters is our mission and how many people we get to serve and wake up and choose to heal through the work that we do. If you're not connected to that, you are missing something and you're in your ego. You need to come back to your soul. The message cannot be stronger here, okay? I'm going to go deeper into the final card here. And then I have another one at the back of the deck that kind of called to me. So I want to pull that, but I'm keeping that as a surprise for the end of this. The Green Man rising, energy surge, fertility. No matter how young or old we are, no matter how settled or unsettled we may seem to be, the cycles of the planet are inside us and we cannot escape their magic. For now, it is the time of the Green Man, and the call to rise and reach for the light has come again. The nature within you is rising, just as the Green Man of the spring awakens the seeds and calls to sap to rise in the world outside of you. Within you is a world, a system of branches and leaves and shimmering light, all of which is longing to be rediscovered and expressed once again. After the time of stillness, after the quiet and the contemplation, comes the growth and the action and the wisdom of the trees within. You have inside of you the keys to speak to the trees and the flowers, to rise earlier, rest deeper, feel the song of the soul, hear the song within you, and feel the song of the world inside of you, outside of you, beneath your feet. It is time to take off your shoes and place your feet back into the earth, to let the guidance of the Green Man help you to choose what to eat, what you drink, and to grow again. Dear child of the earth, never forget that while you are surely made of the stars, you are born to the earth, and this earth is a blessing and full of joys. Lie in the sun. Tend to the garden inside and in the world. Grow something. Start something yourself. Reach out, like the plants, and move towards the sun. Let the light within you grow brighter and come from the place where you felt safe. For now it is time to expand into the world and let nature be your guide, and let the shining life within you warm all that is about you. Illumination. I welcome this time of growth and expansion. I reach for the light. Plants can take a long time to grow depending on what type of plant it is, right? Sometimes we're so impatient and we just want things to grow and things to pop off straight away. I feel like this is a very good reminder of patience and cultivating that within ourselves, right? A lot of us as entrepreneurs, we need that, because yes, we are growing, yes, we are building. There are seasons in our business, and it's so easy to forget. Sorry guys, I'm just looking for the final message here. So the final message, and guys, when I channel, it's usually an activation. It's a transmission more than a prediction. The way that I channel is kind of like I speak to your subconscious. So this in itself will be a huge remembering for some of you. It will activate you and you will start to move differently. Comment if you do start to notice something, right? Just let me know what you feel after this reading. I'd love to know. The Mirror. This is the final card that was at the back that was calling to me. Other lives, past lives, dimensional lives. I'm going to show you the card. The Mirror. We are the many born who move through time and space beyond the lines drawn by men. We dance upon the web of connection and circle around thousand upon thousand upon thousand of times. You have been star and stone, flower and bark, deer and dancer, priestess and servant girl, wizard and serf. We move through forms, friend, not simply those of the human, but those of the elements. And when we turn and face all who we have been, we can awaken, little by little, each piece of wisdom until we are whole and entered fully into this life to share what we were brought here to do. You are now at this point of realization. Staring into the mirror, it is as if each memory can find its way to the surface of your skin and you can connect with the multitudes who dwell within us. Your identity will not shatter, you will not fragment. Instead, you will become more whole, more complete, more present than ever before. Let yourself know the truth. You are earth and air and water and fire. You are priestess and poet, slave and revolutionary. You are experiencing the spectrum of events through lifetimes in this one life, and you can now understand any vows or connections, relationships or compulsions as they were formed within other times. It is now time to assess which you can release yourself from and which must be honored and respected and nurtured this lifetime. Many born one, your other lives are here in the hidden worlds waiting for you to remember. Stare into the mirror and see all of who you are. Illumination message, I am a dimensional being who has lived thousands of lives, all with their wisdom and lessons to teach. This is why you are powerful. Those of you who have been doubting, this should have cleared out all of that doubt and returned you home to your soul message, which is why you have multiple, even in this lifetime, if you feel like, oh, but who am I to teach this, your soul carries previous lifetimes of wisdom. Some of the stuff that I do in this realm is not learned from here. I don't carry it. It's from my soul. It just comes through. I didn't learn how to be psychic. I didn't learn how to channel messages. It's something my soul blueprint carries. And so my job is to simply share. Likewise, you carry soul gifts in your soul, but you block them when you allow your ego to take over. So this was such a beautiful, beautiful message, beautiful reading. I was just having so much fun doing it for you. I'm honored. Drop me your thoughts, your feelings, or just enjoy it while you listen to it. And if you're new here, subscribe to my world if you're interested in all this stuff. I will catch you in the next video. Mwah.